Any indices that you will succeed? What are your chances of success? How probable is it that you'll be successful? Following hundreds of interviews and meetings. Several CEOs, sportsmen, and some of the most successful people are celebrities. I question myself, where am I in the world? What makes the successful, exactly? I've always found the human mind to be fascinating. The discipline, the very successful. Their determination and attention. In the face of challenges. What sets them apart? None of these are theories. These indicate. Let's count how many of these symbols you possess. Please leave a comment below. Sign 1, positive habits. First indication. People who are successful have good habits. People that are unsuccessful have bad habits. Such as drinking, smoking, doing narcotics and binge watching television. You see, those that are successful are. Because of their habits, they are where they are now. 95% of a person's behavior is determined by habits. Everything you are at this moment. All of the things you will accomplish. Future success will depend on the level of quality of the routines you develop. What I've discovered is that the best habits belong to the best people. You see, those that are successful are only those with productive habits. Developing successful behaviors could. Waking up early, practicing regular exercise, reading, and meditation. How many of these behaviors are you guilty of? Sign 2, extremely motivated. Second indication. People who are successful are tremendously driven. How tenacious are you? I'm not referring to you being a nightmare, though. Bullying or working with others. I'm referring to how hard you work to achieve your goals. Your individual motivations are what turn your thoughts into deeds into outcomes. Your individual motivation is what maintains. You continue when things are difficult. Your own motivations are what make it possible. You must be able to overcome disappointment and failure. How motivated are you then? Or are you being idle? Do you put things off? Do you procrastinate? See, within the initial 5 years, I didn't miss a single day of my career. Every day, I was working 10, 12, or 14 hours. For 5 continuous years. Why? Because I had motivation. I felt compelled to support my family. I felt compelled to disprove other people. I am motivated by my objective today. How tenacious are you? Symbol 3, confident. The third indication. People who are successful have faith in their skills. The 2 greatest enemies are evidently to success, first, uncertainty. Secondly, a fear of the unknown. We have a problem with self-doubt. Are we prepared for this? We would. Are we up to the task? Do we really possess the necessary qualities to succeed? When everybody has faith in you. That is not what I am referring to. I'm referring to having faith in. When you're not prepared. Putting your faith in yourself when no one else does. Putting your faith in yourself when others are skeptical. That you cannot accomplish it, make it. Because you lack the necessary skills. When that happens, you need to grow. That unwavering confidence. That confidence that you can succeed. And arrogance and confidence are not the same thing. As you can see, conceit is arrogance. That you are superior to everyone else. Knowing that no one is above you gives you confidence. Do you have enough faith in your capacity to carry out the necessary tasks on your own? Actions, not just words. How frequently you put yourself first. Are you prepared to risk everything? You're putting your aspirations and goals on the line. Put money on yourself? Or do you put things off? Do you pause? Do you strive for perfection? Do you have analysis paralysis? Symptom 4, paralysis. You could have the best suggestions. Most innovative concepts ever. However, if you struggle to express those concepts, you're not a good communicator. You won't get far if you spread those concepts to others. And there are several ways to communicate. I'm referring to sending them an email. When creating content for social media. Or holding that conversation, or conversing privately. Chatting, talking on the phone. Speaking to a prospect or even to big crowds of people. All of those are examples of communication abilities. One of my actions was one that altered. Early on in my work, my life was. To improve and advance, I joined Toastmasters. My ability to talk in public. A mentor was instructing me as well. To improve my ability to write copy. That which involves written communication. Ways to influence someone through written words. Thus, All persons who are successful have this one characteristic, the capacity to motivate, convince, and inspire others. 5-point growth mindset. The fifth sign. Their philosophy is one of growth. Every day for 3 hours, Mark Cuban reads. Bill Gates spends at least an hour each day reading. I read 2 to 3 books per week. One option is to listen to a podcast. Speaking with other prosperous individuals. Receiving guidance from your mentors. But as successful individuals, we never stop learning. And expanding, never stopping. I once questioned a highly successful individual. Leaving for lunch. He has had great success for a very long time. He works in the merger and acquisition industry. He's made several departures successfully. Therefore, at a very young age, several firms. After sitting down, when we are sitting across from one another, and throughout that meal, the first action he took was, he took a journal out and began making notes. And began instructing me by asking me questions. That's something I'll never forget since, see. The more you learn, the more you become aware of your ignorance. The more you learn, the more you become aware of your ignorance. The more you think you know, the less you actually know. Success mindset, sign 6. Sixth indication. People that are successful accept failure. Do you enjoy failing? Or do you personally blame failures? As you can see, successful people. Absurdly enthusiastic about the future. They consistently express optimism about the future. How things are developing, as if the event has already taken place. There is no way it could take place. They have self-confidence. Their expectations for the future are optimistic. News editors said that Walt Disney was sacked. He lacked inspiration and originality. 3 different people rejected Steven Spielberg before obtaining his big break by film school. Colonel Sanders, who is 56 years old, was repeatedly rejected before a restaurant adopts his recipe. You'll observe that the most prosperous individuals, they are typically the experts in any field. Those who have failed the most compared to others. The distinction between a successful person and A. Because there is no lack for anyone else. It is not a lack of knowledge, but of strength. It's a deficiency of will. It was best put by Winston Churchill. Success is overcoming failure. To fail while maintaining enthusiasm. Consider the concepts of closing and sales. The top performing salespeople. The most successful closers in terms of pay. What in the world, guess? The ones who are rejected are them. Over the course of a day, more than. That's what makes them successful, they're unlike everybody else. Success is perilously close to failure. High EQ sign 7. Seventh indication. Their EQ is high. Instead of IQ, EQ. They might not be the world's sharpest individuals, but they have smart people all around them. They might not be the world's top students, but, however, they show a high level of proficiency. Emotional sensitivity. You see, EQ eats IQ for breakfast when it comes to success. Now, your IQ is largely a hereditary trait that you are born with. But EQ might be improved, learned, and developed. Successful people typically hold advanced degrees of emotional sensitivity, or that they resist breaking under stress. They do not flinch. They are able to manage pressure. They are able to manage anxiousness, even when circumstances don't favor them. People who are successful are also incredibly self-aware. i.e., they are aware of their strengths, what they excel at, what they struggle with, and so on. Also what their flaws are. They are skilled at controlling their feelings. They reject feeling insufficient. When failure strikes, they feel angry and disappointed. How many of these signs do you now possess? How probable is it that you'll be successful? Congratulations if you have a few of these indicators. The likelihood of your success is pretty high. If you exhibit all of these symptoms, your odds, the likelihood of you succeeding is really high. Having these symptoms is one thing, but, however, you still require something, and that is, you blend skills and your signs. That is the true path to success. Signs, you only have potential here. How can you maximize your potential to make money? You need talent. I'll give you a copy of my latest book, Unlock It. You hold the key, you are the key to bring out your full potential. Get your copy right away by clicking the link below. If you appreciate my videos and efforts, please subscribe, like, and comment.